She was a vegetative lying in bed for 4 years. A routine check. The doctor found out that the girl hadn't come on period leave for 3 months and was pregnant. The male carer who took care of her became the biggest suspect. When all the fingers are directed at him, the man said he didn't regret it. This surprising ending story starts with love at first sight. The man is called Zhao Bei. He has been standing by the window for half an hour. Just because in the dance studio opposite, the graceful dance of a young girl attracted him. He fell in love with girls at first sight. In the following days, Beckham stayed by the window every day. He gets jealous when he sees a girl kissing a boy. Nay, he never found a chance to approach her. Until I saw the girl's purse dropped. Beckham has a chance to strike up a conversation. The girl is called Sophie and she is very grateful for Beckham's kind actions. The two chatted. Sophie said that she likes dancing. Like movies, like travel. In contrast, Zhao Bei, an otaku, can't find a topic in front of the goddess. But he knew Sophie's father was a famous psychologist. In order to find a chance to approach the goddess. So I made an appointment for the other party's psychological consultation. Beckham came home on time the next day. The doctor asked him what problem he was bothered by. Zhao Bei couldn't find a word for a while. So he said he had a relationship disorder. I don't know if I like men or women. After a brief conversation, the doctor asked him to come back next week. Leaving the clinic, Becky did not go home, but walked into the doctor's private residence. He saw Sophie taking a shower in the bathroom. I couldn't bear to be curious and walked into her room. Take a hairpin as a souvenir. Beckham stayed by the window every day for the next week. Sophie never appeared again. It's been a week in the rain, zhizhang and zhizhang. Beckham has a bad feeling. Until he went to follow up. Only then did I know that Sophie had become a vegetable in a car accident. The father wanted to keep his daughter from lying alone in the hospital. I want to hire the best caregiver for a high price. Zhao Bei went to apply. Father firmly believes that he likes men. Hired her without threatening her. Since then, Beckham has taken care of Sophie for 4 years. Every time there is a new movie, Beckham will watch it. Then come back and tell Sophie. 4 years may be boring in the eyes of others. But for Zhao Bei, every day is happy. Have any regrets? Just can't travel with Sophie. Beckham's patience with Sophie was seen by Jack in the hospital. He can't understand what the other party is doing. Jack's girlfriend is also a vegetable. But he dare not talk to his girlfriend on the bed. I didn't even dare to give the nurse a hand to help her turn over. Because he is scared. One day Mary left quietly. Before becoming a vegetative, Mary is a particularly good bullfighter. Her dashing and heroic posture in the bullring attracted Jack. As a reporter, Jack got an interview opportunity. Jack sent her home after it was over. But as soon as she walked in, Mary ran out in a panic. Just because a snake got in the kitchen. Jack hero saves Beauty and helps her catch the snake. This incident made Mary look at the man in front of her with admiration. It also gave Jack a new understanding of the cold-looking Mary. The invincible bullfighter on the field. I will be scared by a snake in my life. The two fell in love by this opportunity. Unexpectedly, a few months later, their relationship is in crisis. Because Mary found out that Jack has been obsessed with his ex-girlfriend. The two plan to compete after today's match. Reorganize the relationship between each other. Unfortunately, Mary had an accident on the skillful field. A mad cow rushes into the arena. Mary was seriously injured under its attack. Become a vegetative. The doctor doesn't know when she will wake up. Maybe 3 months or a lifetime. Mary fell into a coma. The relationship dispute between the two fell into a period of stagnation. Jack can't communicate with vegetatives as ordinary people like Beckham. The only thing I can do is to accompany silently. Beckham thinks there is a problem with Jack's way of dealing with feelings. Women rely on coaxing. He should take the initiative to communicate and care about their lover. Although they didn't wake up. But who can tell that they must not hear outside voices? At the suggestion of Beckham, Jack gradually took Mary out. As the two talk more and more frequently, the doctor's nurse even spread their scandal. Said Beckham likes Jack. Soon after, Mary's ex-boyfriend appeared. He said he has always loved her. If he can, he hopes to stay here for a few more days. Watching the man taking care of Mary, Jack feels like an outsider. If it hadn't been for this accident, maybe they would have broken up. Mary has gotten back with her ex-boyfriend. Pessimistic, he decided to leave for a while. Beckham didn't stop him. Just let him come back often. Jack developed a travel strategy. At the farewell, Beckham said he wanted to marry Sophie. Because the two people get along better than most couples. Jack thinks he is crazy. It's ridiculous to marry a vegetative. In fact, Beckham's wish did not come true. Because after an inspection, the doctor found out that Sophie was raped and pregnant. Zaobei, the caregiver who took care of her, became the biggest suspect. After the investigation, the hospital found that Beckham had not only tampered with Sophie's nursing records, she also concealed the fact that she will be off for 3 months in the future. When all the fingers point at Beckham, he did not deny or even felt that he did nothing wrong. When Jack saw the news of Mary's death in the newspaper 8 months later, he decided to return, call the hospital to find Beckham. The doctor said he was in jail. Jack rushed to the jail and found that the other party's condition was not very good. Sophie's father thinks that Beckham is a mentally ill person and should be sentenced to a heavy sentence. But he doesn't care about external evaluations. Just ask Jack for help to find out about Sophie. This is his only thought in prison. Jack rented Beckham's house. When he was standing by the window this day, I found that the opposite dance studio was open. Among all the vigorous dancers, he saw Sophie sitting aside safe and sound. After the training, the teacher will do rehabilitation exercises for her alone. It turned out that Sophie gave birth to a baby in October. I miraculously awakened after being stimulated during labor. Beckham rescued her. Jack tells the news to his friends. Knowing that his lover is safe, Beckham feels at ease. Jack received a voice message on his cell phone the next day. It's from Zaobei. He said he could not stay in a place where Sophie could not be seen. So I decided to leave first. Jack flew to the prison. But there is still no time to stop Beckham from S. He said he had no regrets in his suicide note. Beckham cried bitterly to bid farewell to her friend. Send a bunch of flowers in front of his grave. I hope he can reap complete happiness in the next life. This is a very controversial love story. The way Beckham saves his lover is extreme. But the starting point is kind. He doesn't know how to express his love. Can only choose silent care and company. But I didn't expect that what I was waiting for was not a happy ending. And the endless despair. If the person you love becomes a vegetable, how long will you wait for him? A month and a year or a lifetime? Talk to her. Please like and repost the milk tea. See you next time.